I'd like to welcome everybody to the podcast. You know, this is Free Thought Fridays, episode 1. Controversy through and through. This is the only thing we're going to be doing in this episode. I'm here with my boy Howdy Streams. Say hi, Howdy. Yeah, there we go.
Howdy. Howdy, hey, I'm Howdy. You can find me on Twitch if you like retards, so.
If you like, whoa.
My bad, you can find me on Twitch if,
You like people that...
I don't know.
I'll just censor it out.
You can find me on Twitch if you're crazy enough.
I'll censor it out, bro. We're good. I'll put a little beep right there. We're good, homie.
My bad. I'll try to censor myself a little bit to cut down your work.
Yeah, you'll have to, bro. Yeah, I have like the saddest beat playing in the background right now, and you can't even hear it, bro. Mine's just... Yeah, man.
I hip hop mix beats to chill drive to, and I already know that it was gonna sound like songs I listen to at 3 a.m. when I'm
what? One about to cry.
Right.
So you
driving
had
down the streets or fuck walking.
What was the dog food thing you want to talk about?
Bro, watch. Hold up. I'm about to pull some shit up. Fuck. Is it Morningstar Farms? No. Fuck, I can't remember the name, but farm that sells dog meat.
That is a crazy statement right there.
Elwood's Organic. Okay, I'm about to send you a whole ass link, right?
Oh no.
I could share my screen with you real quick if you want.
That's probably gonna make the screen record go crazy.
That's why.
Family owned and dedicated to offering humans. Bro, what?
Yeah, watch. Let me read you a few of these things, bro. Elwood is ahead of the pack. Set the table with man's best meat.
Hey,
has been
yo.
Owned and operated for over 2 generations. What?
These people are geeking, bro. That is crazy.
For real. Okay, look, watch. Eating dog. Okay, dogs on Elwood's organic dog meat farm were bred for food. Eating dogs is a personal choice. Some people prefer the taste of dog. Dogs offer amazing nutritional benefits. Roasted lab has become a family holiday tradition. Dogs don't really feel pain. This
bro,
is
what? That is
even. What the fuck?
That is crazy, bro. That is a crazy statement.
They even offer a whole ass argument. Elwood's organic pig meat. Does that feel better? If so, why do you feel one way about dogs?
Oh my goodness, bro.
What the fuck?
Oh my goodness.
Get this though, right? It gets worse. They have breeds that you can pick from. They have
I'll take the Chihuahua.
They have Labrador steaks, pug bacon, Chihuahuacan, whatever the fuck that is, Gobblegood Corgi. God, this shit's fucked, dude. I'm gonna call him.
That is, oh no, that's geek, bro. That's crazy.
I think I'm gonna call them and see if they're real. Cause I don't know, man. Part of me thinks this is some fat goof.
Yeah, it's somebody trolling, bro.
It has to.
That's what it feels like. I don't know though.
297 732 8 3 1 sec 6. Where's the G? 4. All right, we about to call, bro.
That's crazy.
Putting on speaker.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
Oh.
Please check the number and dial again.
Right. Okay, never mind. They don't exist. Yeah, it has to be a goof, bro. If it was real, their number would be working.
Yeah, bro, they're trolling, dog. They're definitely get it. They're trolling, bro.
Dude.
That is crazy, bro. Organic dog meat. That is insane.
Whenever I first saw that, dude, I was like, no fucking shot. I gotta share this.
This is, this is one way to start off an episode. Bro.
Let's talk about meat, y'all.
They're cooking the freaking dogs.
They're turning the freaking dogs.
Yes. Oh,
Hold up, bro.
man.
I want my chocolate real quick.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Don't worry, kids. It's a normal chocolate bar.
No, it's not.
Shut up! Nah, I be telling people straight up. I was like, hold up, guys. I gotta go smoke weed.
Oh, man. Yeah, bro, I'm like 5 days sober from nicotine.
How's that been for you?
Oh my goodness, it's been hell, bro. Honestly,
Not
it's oh
I'm
my.
gonna try to refrain from hitting this on like screen.
Every time I see it, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I didn't think about it until you mentioned it. My bad.
My mouth starts like it just started watering, bro. I was like,
Right.
Man.
Dude.
Ridiculous, bro.
There was this famous like YouTuber guy, Balin something at the mall a couple days ago. Caused a whole ass uproar. His fans, real rude, like 16 and 9-year-old kids. Like those were the only two ages.
Those
They were all like very fuckboy white kids, right? And then he left. They went to the parking lot to chill with him, and then they almost started fighting. So I had to call the cops. It was a whole fucking deal, dude. And this dude, hear me out on this. This dude pranked Wendy's by doing a prank interview. How do you do a prank interview? Literally, they went through the whole interview, offered him the job, and he just said, "Nah, this was a prank." Like,
bro,
that's
why
not
would
a prank. You got offered a job and you didn't take it.
Bro, you wasted so much time and energy. You know how much it takes just to get to the position to actually go do an interview nowadays, bro?
Right? Not to mention like gas, time.
Bro, just waste. Bro, you could have been doing so many other things. Or you could have actually got the job.
You could have actually got the
Bro,
job and made some action.
You could have like full sent it, bro. You didn't have to. That's
Right.
ridiculous. That's stupid. A prank would be like.
Oh, I got a view.
I can't say that.
Solid. Whatever.
I was about to say a prank could be like blowing up a. I can't say that.
Didn't ask.
Bro. So like I like just finished like that reaction video, and one of them was talking, bro. It was like crazy pronouns, homie. It's just bro, like
what?
somebody and was like coming up with new ones like them, and theirs. Not like THEM, THIM. The combination of them and him. Them.
Dude.
Yeah, bro, my thoughts exactly, bro. My brain like wasn't working at the end of the video. I was just so stressed out and confused.
Right. Okay, so like let me disclaim to anybody on your recording or my stream. I accept everybody, but sometimes something just I can't understand it because it seems almost like a goof, right? It seems like it's so out there that you can't help but be like, what? Huh? Right? So like, you can call me whatever you want. I don't care. Go fuck yourself. But I don't know, man. I think I was okay with they and them, and like after that, it got a little wild for me.
Right.
Because like, I get it, right? You identify as a certain thing, but it's like, do you really need to identify as 37 different things?
Right.
Like,
bro,
I don't know, get a hobby if you want to identify with something.
Bro, touch grass. How about that?
Touch
grass. Go outside, bro.
This dude's using the forbidden app language, bro. Touch grass, liberal.
Bro, it's insane, bro. And there's like all kinds of different terms I've never heard of before, like agender, which I assume agender is just like you don't associate with the gender, or like you don't identify with it. Okay, but isn't that just non-binary?
Yeah, wouldn't that just no? It's non-binary. Okay, so if I understand it correctly, non-binary is they They do identify as a gender, but
There's
it is
no
outside
pronoun.
of male or female.
Right.
It would be like they them would be non-binary.
It's not a gender though. There's only two.
I would I'd have to agree purely based on biology.
Exactly.
Right?
Bro.
But again, before y'all come at us, we're not being mean.
I'm tired
We're not
of
being
it.
disrespectful.
We're
just
tired of
discussing.
it. I'm tired of it, bro.
Right?
I saw one video, dude, and it was like,
Yeah.
so I'm guessing like the dad was a woman that transitioned into a man, and then the mom was a man that transitions into a woman. Well, yeah.
Wow.
Here, okay,
That's
I'm not
very
done.
rare to see it in a couple, though.
I'm not done.
Okay.
The one that transitioned into the mom was trying to breastfeed the child.
Okay.
Keep in mind, this is not a biological woman, so they cannot lactate. And they were like, I haven't been able to lactate and provide the baby with breast milk. Cause you can't, bro. You literally, you can't lactate.
You want to hear something wild, actually?
Uh-oh.
Men can lactate, but in only very extreme cases. Whenever the mother's like dead and gone, and like the father needs to provide for that child, but like can't afford food, like over time, if the child keeps sucking like continuously, the man will start producing milk. It's weird. I don't know, but like still, it's not enough to really say like you can provide as much as
right.
a
You
biological woman
can't like
could.
provide sustenance for this
It's
child.
like only a few drops if a man can lactate, is what I'm saying.
Right.
So it's weird.
It just bothers me, bro.
Yeah, I understand.
And
where
it's
you're coming
like
from.
I talk, I'll have conversations with transgenders and different people just to understand like why they would feel that way. And the videos that I watched made it seem like more of a personality disorder than a gender dysphoria.
Yeah, I kind of started to think that myself, because like maybe it's something to do with like, okay, look, I'm gonna use my own condition actually as a segue, or rather as an example. I'm autistic, right? This has been clinically proven, but there's such a large outcropping of fucking autistic people now on TikToks and YouTube.
Right.
And all of them do stereotypical autistic things like, oh, shaky hands, bitch, get a life. You're not autistic, okay?
Touch grass.
Being autistic is needing to count every 30-second can on the shelf in the supermarket, bitch, or not being able to touch the second tile on every floor. Fuck you. How dare you take my shit? All I'm saying is, you do a lot of the shit you do, people, because you want attention.
Exactly.
And you feel as though you're not important enough, and that is not everybody else's problem. It's yours.
Oof.
Make yourself more interesting if you think you're boring.
And the thing is, bro, we're all beautifully and wonderfully made by the hand of God. You don't need to be something you're not, because you're already beautiful the way you are, the way you were born.
Yes, dude.
So,
and like, I don't know, there are people who are obsessed with beauty, and they fail to realize that beauty really comes from the content of your character.
And it's like, as cliche as that sounds, it's true, bro.
Right? And like, it's cliche for a reason. People just don't like to accept it.
Facts.
I got that Kubrick stare going on.
I don't even know what that is, brother.
It's like this insane look where this guy just does this, like looks up at you, but like with his face like this, and it's supposed to be scary or some shit. I don't know.
Do the Sigma face.
You are not immune to gross amounts of gratuitous violence. Sorry about that, y'all.
That was
takeover.
a little weird, brother.
I'm trying.
I don't know what just happened, bro. I was sitting here like, okay. But bro, my thing is, I don't understand feminists that support the transgender movement. Cause imagine this, bro. Imagine I'm a feminist, a feminazi. Imagine I'm a feminist, right? And I keep protesting against the patriarchy of men and how
Right.
we're oppressed and like men have more rights than women. And what do I get in return? A man
wanna be-
transitioning into a woman getting more rights than he already has. And what do? I support it.
Yeah, see, that's what I always thought. They have this thing called TERFs, which is trans exclusionary radical feminists, right? They're pretty terrible people, just for the record. But and it's not because they're feminists or because they don't like transgender people. I mean that. Look, you're still a person if you're transgender. That's all I'm saying.
You're just not the person you were supposed to be.
You
Yikes!
just
Oof.
might be a little misguided. And that's okay. Everybody loses their way, and it's okay to have those feelings, but maybe it's better to talk about it with a therapist.
And not a therapist that's gonna point you back to the doctor
Right?
that sent you to that therapist, and then they
I
both
would
get
most
paid.
I would most definitely recommend private therapists because America's healthcare system is designed to keep us weak and docile and to give us every little comfort we want when it comes to medical treatment, so that way we are more like susceptible to what the fuck they
Yeah,
want.
exactly.
You guys don't understand how much the United Healthcare System makes purely off of broken bones every year.
Yeah, they treat
Also-
the symptoms. They don't treat the problem. They just treat the symptoms and have you coming back for more and paying them more money. That's big pharma for you.
Right? Side note, next time you go to the hospital and you gotta pay out of pocket, itemized bill. Ask for an itemized bill, and everything you see that you don't think you should pay for, just raise hell. They'll eventually relent. That's what I had to do whenever I broke my nose. They tried to force me to pay like $500, and I was like, I want an itemized bill though, and I paid like 40 after that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was super nice. I liked it a lot.
Keep the controversy
man.
going. Let's see what else we
Yeah.
got. Religion, bro. Let's talk about religion.
All right.
The most controversial thing you can talk about in 2023 is religion.
Right. Religion and race, really.
Religion, the two R's. There's 3 R words
Right.
we're not supposed to say. No.
Right. Regards.
Oh no.
Regards,
It's close
religion, and
enough.
race.
Oh my goodness, it's close enough, bro.
Dude, just call us the Triple R.
The triple-
Welcome to the Triple R podcast where we talk about.
Oh
Regards,
my
religion.
goodness, dog. That's amazing.
But okay, so I'm gonna put it to you this way about religion, right? Specifically Christianity and Catholicism. Catholics, not a fan. As a man who follows God,
Yep, Catholics, not a
because-
fan.
they're just
They're still pagan.
yeah, right. But on top of that, they're just so close-minded, regardless of like their belief in God. It is not God's way, from my perspective, right? You shouldn't be excluding people. You should be trying your best to help every man
Right.
next to you.
You shouldn't
Right?
be
Because God literally says, love thy fucking neighbor.
right.
So, like, I don't know, just
Yeah, I feel
Catholics, I
like
don't think
the
are on the path.
the Catholic Church is like the Pharisees. You
Yeah,
know
right?
what? You know what's wild, bro? Religion wasn't even a term in the biblical days. It wasn't like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm a Christian. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. It was this nation worshipped this God. This nation
Right.
worshipped the Israelites
Worshipped this-
worshipped Yahweh, the God of the Bible. The Canaanites worshipped blah blah blah. And then, it wasn't like, oh, you're a Christian. The people that worship Baal, they were prophets of Baal. Prophets of Moloch. Things like that. So then we get to modern day, religion. And it's like, let's just
Right.
talk about Christianity, bro. There's like...
It's not like there's hundreds of other not even hundreds, thousands of other religions to even talk about, you know?
Bro, and then even inside Christianity, there's numbers of denominations.
Right?
They all follow
And
different. They literally all nitpick like bits and pieces of the Bible to follow, right?
yeah, that always rubbed me a certain way, and I don't know. I
And
don't really know why. I think it's because like you can't really nitpick a book written on like how to live your life, right?
bro, and then Jesus even spoke about denominations, which is wild, which is
Yeah, right.
absolutely crazy. You know, there's only one body of Christ, which is what the church is supposed to be. And you know,
Right.
the reason why, you know, I know that Christianity or like Christ is the truth, way, and the life is because
Right.
I don't see Muhammad saving people. I don't see Shiva from Hindu saving people. I don't see Buddha saving people. All the testimonies I hear of people getting their life together and being saved is from Christ.
It's almost always the Christian, yeah.
Exactly. Not to mention,
And
why are Christians attacked so much, bro?
right, like I don't
I
know.
literally haven't seen anybody do anything that's like worth attacking recently from the Christians.
Right, and like you said, even last night, right? Even Jesus himself proclaimed that it was going to happen. Anyway.
Yeah, facts.
So it's like I don't know, man. Like you can not like Christ all you like, but I'm just saying, Christ himself said you were gonna do it.
Hey, yo, that's some crazy word right there, brother. That was good. I like that.
Yeah.
Whether you like Christ or not, I'm gonna be Christ-like.
Right? It's like, okay, look, for a while I wasn't a follower, and it wasn't even that I didn't like God, it was just that I was like, God could exist, but I don't necessarily have the concrete evidence that I need.
It was
and I still, oh, go ahead.
It was I believe in a creator, just not the God of the Bible or a God of this religion. It was just you weren't dumb and ignorant and looked at the world and be like, yeah, we came from an explosion in space that wasn't there. You know,
Right.
It was, you know.
Oh, I could talk about space all day. Don't get me started on that, dog.
And it's like you can look
I
at
could
the
talk
world.
about my whole theory about space.
You can look at creation in itself and see how precise everything is, and it's like this had to be created by a superior intellectual being.
If you think about the way Earth came about, you know, being able to nurture the evolution of man, Earth wasn't as beautiful as we all made it out to be, or make it out to be now. Earth was literally a lava planet, like straight up lava for seas and shit, dog. And then I can't remember what happened, but if I'm not mistaken, a sort of point is, you can't really have a place like Earth knowing the backstory of Earth, which obviously I'm not very versed in.
I've never even heard of that before, bro.
And think that like, yeah, God don't exist. Like, I don't know, man. An entire universe, and so far, we have witnessed so many beautiful things happen to space that are unexplainable, right? And we just say science, and like, yeah, sure, we can follow science, but like, when there's no explanation, who do you turn to? Exactly.
Right. And
it's like, because God exists without explanation. Like, you gotta believe in order to know the path.
Exactly. It's not seeing is believing. It's believe and you will see.
Yes,
Ooh!
exactly. That was cold.
That was good.
That was very nice.
That was good.
Man, a lot of problems with our generation, I think, is nobody wants to discuss. Everybody wants to yell and be right.
Facts.
And y'all miss the point of discussions and arguments and debates, dog. It's not about being right. It's about understanding the other side, and then also having the other side understand you. And you don't even have to agree, by the way. It's literally just a tool used to gain and distribute more knowledge amongst your fellow man. Debate was not seen as a bad thing back in Greece, you know what I mean? Or fuck, it wasn't even seen as a bad thing back in the Philippines, the fucking fuck. Even in the Middle East where Jesus was, like, debate was Christ valued debate. right? Christ says to question everything, right? But I'm gonna stop talking. I lost my train of thought.
It's crazy because like once you got quiet, the music faded out and you couldn't hear anything, and it was like, oh man, you see, you almost got saved, but
Right.
And people say like, you know, I don't believe the Bible. The Bible was written by man. If it was, then why would it go against all of the desires of man?
Right. If it's written by a man, why is it? Well, like, okay, even if it is written by a man, it still preaches anti-toxic masculine traits.
Bro, Jesus was like the most masculine man you could have, bro. In my eyes, at least. He knew what he had to do. He knew the sacrifices that he had to make, and he did it. And guess what? He cried. He was open. He cared about people. He wasn't this over.
He wasn't this,
knocking over trees. Yeah.
Ooh, fuck you, woman. Man, you're a slave now. Ooh, like that's not Christ, bro. Like you guys.
Yeah, facts.
Like you guys like drastically misunderstand the message of Christ, and that from first glance is exactly like why I don't want to not believe in Christ, right? Because
it's because of the people, right? It's because of the religion and the people, and it's like I'm tired of seeing signs that like God hates gays and things like that. Okay, God doesn't hate the gay people. Here, okay,
why would he make
I'll answer that. He doesn't hate the person, he hates the sin. The reason that some people are born gay is because everybody on this planet is born into sin, and we have to come to Christ to be reconciled to the family of the Father, to be cleansed.
I'd have to disagree with you on that one. Purely, I don't know. I think God. Okay, so in the Bible it says that man shall not lie with. I think it's a boy and a mate in the way that he does a woman. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the original text translates to like "don't be a pedophile" instead of "don't be gay."
That's the Old Testament. The New Testament in Romans, it says that it's talking about women lying with women and men lying with men because of their lust. It's not because they love this other sex. It's because of the lust. It's because of the flesh. As long as you have this right here, you're never gonna be able to be perfect. You're always gonna sin. God doesn't hate gay people. He hates the sin. God doesn't hate you because you curse and you vape. He just hates that you curse and you vape. The same reason that a parent doesn't hate their child because they misbehave. They just hate that their child misbehaves. They still love their child either way, right?
Yeah,
the reason
that's the thing a lot of people misunderstand about God is God's not some malevolent, like, I don't care about anything creator. You may not see him, but he acts as a father of sorts, right? Like he's the father. Christ is the father for the fatherless and the home for the homeless.
Exactly, brother. And to widows, he's the husband for widows too. He even says it. And the thing is, like, there's people try to use science to refute God, but little do they know, the more that they find out about their science, the more it just proves his existence. And that's wild, bro. There's like this inspirational like beat playing right now while we're talking about this. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's giving me the chills, bro. I'm
vibing a lot. We should probably have like some sort of like we should have some sort of like fail-safe type word in case we get on a topic that maybe one of us are like get a little raw about.
Yeah.
Purely just because like I don't want no hurt feelings if we bring anybody on.
Right.
Because like you know, if we're going to be bringing on people of varying opinions onto this podcast, it's very useful to have somebody not hate us because we're just dogging on them for something.
Right.
Because like I don't know, a lot of people whenever we talk about shit like this, they always feel so personally offended, and I get it, right? It is a part of your personality or something that you hold near to your being.
It's the desires of your flesh that people.
Right. But it's like, we're not saying we don't like you. We're not saying we hate you. We're saying that there are things that people do that we dislike, and some people do them. Like,
and the reason I tell you it's wrong is because I love you. Because picture you have a friend that's like addicted to like crack, right? If you truly love that person, you would tell him he's not supposed to do that. You're gonna be there for him.
Yeah, I'd rock my friend's shit if he started smoking crack.
Bro.
I'm gonna be honest.
And it's out of love.
This is for your own good. I'm sorry I'm beating your ass, but you need this.
Exactly, bro.
People like to preach anti-violence, and yes, I don't like violence myself, but even Christ literally whipped market vendors out of his temples, bro.
Yeah, because they were disrespecting the temple. Yeah, that's crazy.
Violence is the answer to a lot of questions and issues that people have.
You can't have peace without violence.
Right?
There's a lot of people, like, when it comes to wars and stuff, the reason we have wars is because obviously we can't find a peaceful resolution to the problem.
There is a wise man in Skyrim I heard say
this dude.
Hold up, it's gonna be pretty prophetic. So he says, a war won without violence isn't a war at all. Right? Mm-hmm. Or rather, it isn't one at all, not war, one at all, because
let me see something.
Nobody's gonna understand, right?
Right.
How would I put it? I fucked it up, so I'm gonna just put this: violence is needed, it's necessary, right? Like, if we didn't have violence, everybody would just be complete assholes to each other, like we are now, right? Back in the 50s. Sure, there were that was
oh my goodness.
But we're going to push past the racism and get down to each person individually, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was okay to whoop anybody's ass if they were disrespectful, and people stayed in fucking line. And I'm not saying you gotta stay in line, be a good soldier, but I mean, treat your fellow man like a neighbor,
like a person.
Don't be a cunt.
Exactly.
Right? Don't be a cunt.
And you know, a lot of people. I hear people talk about how, like, in the Old Testament, you had to, like, it was law to marry your rapist. And it was like, bro, that's not even biblical. They stoned the rapist. If you got caught sleeping with somebody consensually, you were forced to marry that person. You weren't forced to marry the rapist. They stone rapists, bro. And a lot of people, they have a hatred towards God because they don't understand the scripture, because they don't actually, they take it out of context. Like the flooding of the world, it wasn't just because they were sinning. It's because of the fallen angels that came down from the heavens and made the Nephilim.
They also claimed thrones as their own and called themselves
gods,
godly kings. Right,
bro? Where do you think all these pagan gods come from? Zeus and all that's all fallen angels.
By the way, I love mythology, so like I could talk mythology.
Facts.
It's just, I don't know. Even the mythology or the lore of Christianity is just as interesting. It's just not as fast paced as Thor slaying giants.
Well, that's crazy because there is giant slaying in the Bible. That's what's nuts.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's I forgot what chapter or what book it was, but they were talking about, and there were giants, and there's giants in the lands, and we feel like cockroaches, and in their eyes they're the same. Like we're crickets to their size, and it's like, you think about that, bro. That's a big boy. That's a big fucking boy. That's a big, and
like talking about. Oh, hello, sir.
Oh yeah, facts. But so the reason that Noah was the only person that God saw as righteous, because he still sinned. He ended up getting drunk after they got to dry land.
Any man would, to be honest, after a shit like that.
It's because he was the only genealogy that was untainted by the fallen angels. Once the Nephilim, they just kept mating, and it just diluted the bloodline of human beings up until that point. That's why it was flooded. He wasn't killing humans.
Yeah, he was killing.
He was trying to kill off monsters, bro. That's what he was trying to do. And he was giving people chances.
You know, the Nephilim are like, Yeah, he was. Yeah, I remember
to get
that
on the
too.
arks. It's like, okay, look, you can come here, but I still have to do this, no matter
Right.
what, or my creation itself will be destroyed, and it's like everything will be gone. So I have to do this. You can either get on this boat, or you can go. You can drown. You can go too, and it's like
Right.
that's. I feel like that's logical, to be honest.
Yeah, right. Because like, how would I put it? I'm not about the. I'm not gonna force nobody to do nothing, right?
Right.
I will offer
right.
you.
Exactly.
I will offer you kindness. I will extend an open hand with an olive branch, so to speak. Right. But you bite the hand that feeds you, then I mean, I'll turn the other cheek once, and then after that, like,
turning your other
I
cheek.
hope you find Christ one day, my friend. You know what I mean?
Right. And it's like, for the people that keep pushing Jesus on the same people over and over again, like, you can plant seeds, but there's also throwing your pearls before the swine and them crushing the pearls. That's what that's about.
Yeah, you gotta be kind and understanding to people who want to reject the path.
Exactly.
Like,
you have to be like Christ to those people.
You have to be Christ-like, right? And that doesn't mean you can't drink, okay? Because
you can still sip wine every
now and then.
Yeah, you can still sip wine every once in a while. You can't get drunk, but you still sip wine every once in a while.
That's ass. I like
this dude.
Fuck.
Cause like, bro, it honestly depends, bro. Cause there's so many different scriptures about drinking. Like, one of them just pretty much says that alcohol is a gift from God, so go drink it and be merry. But there's like, what I would say is, if you have alcoholism that runs in your family, stay away from alcohol.
Yeah, stay away from it, right?
That's why I don't really drink.
Embedded in your bloodline.
Exactly. That's a generational curse, is what it is.
Wait, so you said was Noah the last surviving man?
It was Noah and his sons, and
I mean, I knew all that. But
yeah.
Does that mean that we are, if we're following that line of history, right? Does that mean we're all direct descendants of Noah?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. I won't lie. I always thought Noah was kind of a badass. He built a whole ass boat,
right?
Big ass boat, and then put animals on it and said, "Yeah, God, you're right. I will." Like, man, I don't know. Man was just like a trooper. He just said, "You're right, God."
Yeah, bro.
Right.
Facts. We have people like talk about evolution, bro. We've devolved. Man now is just ridiculously just stupid and weak, and our immune system's garbage.
Right, dude. Man, like, even caveman, could have survived better than we could have.
Facts, bro.
Right? Like, it's like, sure, like, right there, built for that, but also their immune system was better, right? They had better toes. Like, I actually am one of the few people with okay, this is gonna be disgusting, so just
bro, some people watching might have a foot fetish. You're good.
So, like, I've got prehensile toes.
I don't even know what that means.
I can move my toes individually, and I've got really far spaced toes. Like,
yeah, you can.
Which indicates I was probably from, like, a tree climbing tribe at some point.
Well, my biological dad, he has Neanderthal DNA in his blood.
Oh, he's got a sloped forehead?
Yeah. No, like in his DNA test.
Uh-huh.
He has like small traces of Neanderthal, because people think like that was the only humans. It was like Neanderthal. I was like, no, bro. There were like 12 different tribes of Judah in itself, bro. Those are 12 races right there, pretty much.
Fun fact: us humans, all of us as humans, that is probably not the right word to use for each individual, right? Because back in the day, right, humans were their own very specific race of bipedal humanoid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there were Neanderthals, and there were people all the way up in where Canada is. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Neanderthals like raped the humans and kind of like made this Neanderthal human hybrid, which essentially evolved into what we're now.
Right.
As. But how would I put it? I don't know, man. Thinking about it, right? There are probably like types of humans that like don't have any Neanderthal or our DNA in their DNA.
Right.
And then just like they're just like a completely different species of human.
built different.
It's kind
You're
of
built
right?
different.
Literally built different.
I'm
And
built
I don't know,
different, bro.
I'd like to think I'm built different, but I also think I'm just built incorrect.
How many people how many
without any regard to the instruction manual.
Right, I'm just freeform. That's what happened. How many people you know ingested fentanyl and still live?
Damn, bro.
Yeah, brother.
By the way,
I'm either built different or God was
die.
like, I got plans for you, brother. Well,
Right?
son,
Could've been
technically.
Could've been
I'm
both.
built different and yeah, exactly.
Oftentimes, God makes the man, and man, you know, a good enough man will find God. Right. So it's like, I don't know, man. I think in an ideal situation, if we're all going to live a long, happy, healthy life, y'all should do hard work, hard fucking labor. Like a lot of y'all just need to work lumber for a few months to understand
Facts.
what the fuck I'm talking about.
Facts.
Because I worked lumber whenever I graduated from Tennessee, and I didn't tell my dad, right? So I stayed for like 3 extra months, got my bread, and then said, "Hey, Dad, I graduated, by the way. So like, you wanna
come pick me up?"
Get me? Yeah, right. And like those 3 months were the hardest work I've ever done aside from military school, and I'd go back in a heartbeat. That shit, I don't know, something about the hard work.
Facts, bro.
The little things
Hard work makes you feel like a man, to be honest.
Yeah, dude, because like imagine coming home sweaty, smelling like shit. Like, yeah, you feel terrible, but like
you feel great at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the accomplishment because you can physically see the thing that you've been working on.
Right. It's not
So
like fast food.
It's not number crunching.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, you know, number crunching, sure, it's a useful.
Yeah,
tool
no,
for,
we
like,
definitely
finance
need
and
it.
whatnot.
We definitely need it.
Man should, I think my 3 testaments are my personal like tenets for like moral code. A man should be strong, smart, not even smart, but at least attempting to be knowledgeable, and open to spiritual interpretation.
Right.
Right? Because a man should be as close with his mind, body, and soul as he can be if he's to be a man. Same thing with a woman. Right? Even women should do, like, I won't say like you should do hard work, but like you should definitely find some way to like sort of nurture your ability to nurture.
Right.
Because
we don't mean OnlyFans.
Exactly. OnlyFans is terrible. I think that's just garbage.
We
How
don't
dare
mean
you sell your body to strangers who just want a quick fat plate dog. You can do so much
same
better
thing
with your life.
goes with like porn too, to be honest.
Right.
Because bro, oh my goodness, bro.
I haven't watched porn for like
it's serious addiction,
for like a couple. Dude, it was tough getting off because like every time that I'd be like horny, I'd be like, gotta watch porn, and I'm like, I can't just beat my dick here, like. And also, I mean, by the way, I don't touch myself anymore because I.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. So like, I don't know, man. I'm happier for it.
Yeah, because bro, it's like an endless cycle. Cause like you're depressed because you do it, and then you do it because you're depressed. So it's just an endless cycle of depression, shame, and guilt. Cause like after you finish, you sit there and you're like, I'm disgusting. You know, I'm disgusted with myself, right?
Right, dude. So there's this notion, right, that people like that. I hate to say it, right? I see it a lot more with women my age now. I notice a lot of women don't want accountability. I'm gonna just come out and say it. You can hate me for it. A lot of women our age don't want accountability. I think 20 to 30, y'all just want to sleep around. I get it, right? Everybody does. Right, but that's the temptation that you shouldn't give into, right?
Exactly.
It makes you stronger as a person if you don't give into it.
That's the desires of your flesh. That's all that is.
Exactly, and then they don't want to have contraceptives, which is also pretty terrible.
I don't even know what that is,
you're
brother.
You're gonna sleep around, like birth control pills and like condoms and shit.
Right, continue. I know where this is going.
You're not only committing like the act of like, you're not only sinning and even not only that, it's just kind of immoral. You're like making yourself less valuable as a person.
Exactly.
You're not even taking the proper precautions to ensure that you don't ruin your future.
Exactly.
And it's like, children don't ruin your future, but if you're young and you have your life ahead of you,
You don't have money and
you're
everything
poor,
like that. Right.
get ready to move to the slums, Chief.
Exactly. And what people don't realize is like there's a spiritual aspect in everything. When you sleep around, you create soul ties. You start giving off pieces of your soul and you get pieces of that person's soul. You will start to get that person's problems and whatever demons they are dealing with. If that person has BPD, guess what? You have traces of BPD now. See, it's you become one. The Bible says it, and there's even the New Age spiritual people know about soul ties. That's why a lot of them don't sleep around. The only people that really sleep around like that are people that aren't spiritual, people that don't care, right?
Yeah, and I don't know, man. The current state of the world just makes me feel sad.
Facts.
Like, I'm not even mad anymore. Whenever I was younger, I was so mad about everybody, like doing everything. But now I'm just sad. I'm disappointed. I feel like a disappointed father. Like, I feel like the country I love and would die for. I would die for my fellow man if somebody were to attack us on the street.
Right.
But I just want to feel like it's worth fighting for. You know what I mean? And these people aren't at all cherishing the fact that they're alive. You know, they're not taking the small things into consideration. They're hating each other because they disagree. Dog, you never disagreed on the playground and then just said, fuck it, I'll go play on the swing instead?
Right.
Like, why are you're a child. Everybody acts like a child these days, and it bothers me. And it just, it makes me sad, man. It's like, y'all, like, that's a whole, you act like children because you don't understand how to be an adult.
Right.
Right? You never got out of that stage, and frankly, I'm still in that stage, but I'm trying.
Right.
Right? The best thing you could do is try, and the worst thing you can do is fail.
No, the best thing you can do is fail. The worst thing you can do is give up.
That's true, actually. If you're not failing, you're not learning.
Exactly. You don't really fail until you give up. That's when you're a failure. That's when you fail. If you don't accomplish something, you just haven't accomplished it yet. That's still a lesson. That's still something that's still valuable. You know, that's still something that you can use in the future. Now you know what not to do.
Right? And like, good example is we're literally doing this with no following, hardly any like professional grade like conversation. We're talking though, like we are genuinely trying to do this as a podcast. I stream, like, and nobody watches.
I make music.
And I'm okay with it because I love it. I love the process.
Exactly. I rap.
Yeah, you make music. And it's pretty damn good. By the way, I've been plugging you on my Twitch whenever, like, I'm like, by the way, check out Jay the Renegade.
That's fire. That's fire.
That guy's got some pretty sick shit.
Yeah, now I'm doing reaction videos. Now I'm doing podcasts. Like, bro, you just have to find, because something you love. You know, why do you think the Bible says we're all made in the image of God? He is a creator. He's the creator.
Yes.
We need to create, bro.
Yes.
Go paint. Go take pictures. Go draw. Go write poems, bro. Just anything. Anything's better than sleeping around. Anything's better than murder and drugs and all that. None of it's worth it. It's only killing you. I know that you're going through things. I know you've got pain, you've got trauma, you've got things you're dealing with. Well, let me tell you what. You find something that you love doing, and not a person, by the way, and you find Jesus, and you grow closer to God, and you get better at what you love doing. And that
can even mean creating a family, but you still got to start small. Get a decent paying job, get a decent house, decent car, and then maybe think about going out, getting somebody who actually could actually be your counterpart.
Exactly.
Right? On top of that, right? Like, the times I've been most depressed is the times where I decided I didn't want to make music or stream or write a book that I was trying to work on, make whatever. Like, it was whenever I wasn't doing something that involved me making something with my hands, right? Like, giving entertainment is, I like to say entertainment is my future, and my life is family.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I think those are some pretty good rules to live by for me, because, like, I don't know, I think I was built for the camera. But anyway,
Right.
what I'm saying is, you're right, you need to create, right? Because creation is like, when you create something, you kind of put yourself into it, right?
Right.
You make your own mark on the world, right?
Right.
And people talk about wanting to make their mark on the world, so make something, right? Or speak. If you really if your thing is talking, be a public speaker. Speak out against injustice. Anything. It can be anything, so long as it's got a good message behind it. And I guarantee you your life will be better for it. It's just, yeah, I don't know.
Bro, these lo-fi beats are going crazy, bro.
I'm saying.
I'm getting so inspired while speaking. You think it's just flowing out, bro.
Right.
I'm not even thinking before I start talking. It's just flowing out on me. It's just a good vibe right now, you know. Man's just spitting so much heat. He's got to take his hoodie off. He's like sweating over there.
I actually am pretty hot under my shirt, but it's like I have a short sleeve, so I'm cold without the sweater, but I'm hot with it.
Yeah, it'd be like that. That's why I rap with no shirt on, because I'm always spitting fire. You know, I'm joking. No, I have to like sleep in a tank top a lot of the times, because like it's too cold without my shirt, and then it's too hot with the t-shirt. So I just sleep in a tank top, and I'm like, all right, we're chilling, I'm good.
So here's my thing. If I wear clothes, I sweat like profusely, and the way I sweat is so fucking weird, because I don't just like sweat.
Right.
I gush. Like,
Oof.
I'm talking like waterfalls for 5 minutes, and then after that, it's nothing. But, like, my body's drenched. And I think it's just my body just being like, oh, you're cold,
man.
you're hot.
Excuse me.
Anyway, whenever I go to bed, I can't sleep in clothes. I have to only wear boxers or something. And even then, I'll, like, sweat through my mattress. And I don't get it, because, I don't know, it's really weird. I hate it. It's my least favorite thing about my body, by the way, is that I sweat when I sleep. Because waking up sweaty is just disgusting.
Bro, facts. It really is. I drool in my sleep, bro. Because like I sleep with my mouth open, right? I don't know why. I'll try to like fall asleep with my mouth closed and try to breathe out my nose, and I can't fall asleep.
Right.
I'll like wake up and I'll have like drool all over my pillow. My throat's like so like dry, bro, like sandpaper.
Right?
And I'm just like, it sucks.
It's like all you can think about is water.
Exactly, bro.
Water.
When I edit it,
Man, that's hitting me really hard, my guy.
The what now?
The square's hitting me more than I was anticipating.
Oh, this man.
A little chocolate.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm vibing. I'm not going nowhere. I'm just like, oh damn.
Right.
This is a lot more than I was anticipating.
That's what she said. Anyway, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what's next. I don't know what I was gonna talk about next.
Shit, bro. We can talk about. You heard about those women some time ago that poured tomato paste on a Van Gogh?
Yeah, bro. Yes.
And they were like, "We're protesting oil, and this is an oil painting." And in my head, I'm like, "You are so fucking stupid, dude. This was before his time."
Well,
Firstly, why are you fucking with his creation?
It wasn't like because it was an oil painting. They were like, "What's more valuable to you, this painting or life?" And it's like, I understand you guys are trying to protect the future generations. You want to do that? How about we get the Epstein flight logs released?
Right?
We'll just talk about those future generations that have been scarred and traumatized and that we still don't see. Oh no, email is gonna
Nobody
pop
wants
up.
to talk about
Right,
it.
nobody wants to talk about it. And you're a conspiracy theorist if you talk about it.
Yeah, I don't remember those flight records being anywhere. Wait, hold up. Wasn't Tom Hanks on that fucking
Right?
flight? That's all I'm saying.
Wasn't Trump on the flight?
Tom Hanks. Yeah, right.
Trump,
From not
Chris Tucker.
every
Oh man,
everybody who's anybody.
exactly, bro. Everybody who's anybody.
And now that kind of makes you wonder if you are bold enough to venture into this into this
This rabbit
investigation,
hole. It's
this
the rabbit hole, brother.
right? If you're willing to literally ruin some of the things you know and love, it kind of makes you think about why these people are in power or how these people got in power. Is it really because they're good at what they do? Or is it maybe because somebody behind the scenes is pulling some strings to ensure we stay controlled?
Exactly. And it's one of two things, man. It's either we're just young, stupid, crazy conspiracy theorists, or we're right. And
Right? And honestly,
that's it. And I think
that's a gamble I want to take.
it's the second option.
Like, dude, even if we are crazy, like, it's a gamble I'm taking.
Yeah,
Because either I'm wrong or I'm right. Why is that so
Right.
scary?
Yep. It's
Why is being wrong so scary to people? Why is
Right.
just being
But until somebody
if you're
proves
not
me wrong.
right? So far, I've yet to see anything to like
Yep.
actually genuinely just be like, oh, okay, I see I was mistaken. But every time I look at something like the passenger records for Epstein's
Right.
Island, I'm like, okay, so I'm only proving myself even
Right.
more
Right.
correct.
Or
Right?
Balenciaga. Let's talk about the Balenciaga ad. If we're crazy. You don't know about you don't know about the Balenciaga
No.
ad? Oh my
No, let me look it up.
goodness, brother. Just look up Balenciaga ad scandal. But I'm going to say this. While the ad scandal thing was going on, California released over 7,000.
What the absolute
Yeah, bro.
fuck?
Yeah, bro.
In November, Balenciaga dropped its holiday ad campaign featuring children holding teddy bears in bondage harnesses and costumes. What? My God, dude. What the fuck?
You didn't hear about this? Dude, that makes me wonder how many
No.
people have actually heard about it.
Dude.
You know what's also a kicker, bro?
And everybody wants to say, okay, I'm mad.
The
Go ahead.
parent company that bought Balenciaga, bought Gucci, and I think Louis Vuitton, they also invested in a different company that would sell detailed sculptures and paintings of naked children. Yeah. But I'm crazy. But I'm crazy. No, you just don't want any of it to be true. That's the problem. Just because you don't want it to be true doesn't mean it's not true.
Reject your leader. Reject your masters. Become free.
Kill your masters, become free. Jeez
Really, though,
Louise.
right?
Shout
Everybody-
out Run the Jewels, kill your masters.
So, speaking of children, right?
That's a crazy way to start a sentence, bro. That's a crazy way
I've got
to start
some
a sentence.
serious qualms with the LGBT community and their use of children in drag shows.
I knew you were about to talk about that, brother. As soon as you said LGBT and children, I was like, he's gonna talk about the drag shows.
Right? And how would I even start to begin?
How about let's not host all age drag shows? Look,
Yeah, let's
if you want to do drag, if you want to do all that, that is fine. Drag is a adult entertainment. It's sexual adult entertainment. Kids don't need to be around it at all. But just because there's
Right.
RuPaul Drag Race on TV where they don't show things like that doesn't mean those things aren't involved in the drag industry. The last
You
thing
guys-
we need is a half-naked man dressed up as a woman shaking his penis in front of children.
Right? And to go even further and actually include like not even trans, but like gay 9-year-olds. Gay 9-year-olds.
That are also doing drag. You guys, bro, we literally can see the indoctrination of the children into the drag thing. And you're going to tell us that y'all aren't doing it when there's a 9-year-old drag queen?
Right, and you're gonna go ahead and tell us, let people like what they like.
Right.
Not when they're a fucking child and they can't fucking think for themselves. They believe what they're told.
But I'm based and I'm a bigot and I'm the problem. No, the problem is you over sexualizing our children. Bro, did you hear about I forgot what the school was, but the top private school in Chicago, the dean was handing out dildos and butt plugs to children from 14 to I think it was 18.
He lost his job, right?
No, I don't think so, actually.
All right, I guess we're going to Tennessee.
Yeah. You say Tennessee?
Wait, what did you say?
Chicago, my guy.
Oh, we're going to wait, no, the motherfuckers.
He said, yeah, that's a bad idea.
Chicago,
We're not going to Chicago. Or where was, I think it was New York. New York, they were showing first graders, or was it third graders? Either first graders or third graders. They were showing them videos about masturbation.
Keep that shit out of schools until you're 16.
And bro, even if it is sex ed, where's the papers for the parents to sign to say yes or no they want to opt out? That's a part of sex ed. If you guys want to throw in this, the sexual education argument, that's a part of sex ed.
Right? Look, I don't look.
He's angry. I can see you getting heated, bro.
I learned about masturbation when I was 13.
I was
because
10.
I was real horny. Because that's when your hormones really hit.
Right.
And
this
so
beat's crazy.
I
this
had
beat's
like,
hitting.
Right. I had talked to my dad, not my dad, like Jeff, my stepdad. And he was just like, oh, this is weird, but yeah, like masturbation, like that's what you're feeling like you want to do that. Don't talk to me, please.
Right.
I had unrestricted access to the internet as a 13-year-old, which is why
that's a bad idea.
Here right now.
That's such a bad idea.
Such a bad idea.
Shelter your kids. It's okay.
It's completely okay to shelter your kids. I don't care if they don't like you.
Do what you want.
They're
it's
gonna
your
come
kid.
out better people for it.
As long as you're not teaching your 4-year-old about pronouns, we're good.
Yeah, man. Like a kid shouldn't have to learn all of that so young. A kid should be able to play with his fucking Tonka truck and get left alone.
Exactly.
And go eat his hot dog and mac and cheese at lunchtime.
Bro, in kindergarten, I didn't even know what race was. I don't think these kids need to be knowing about sexuality, bro.
I just grew up with black kids, Mexican
exactly,
kids,
bro.
Cool with it.
They were just my friends. This wasn't my black friend, my Asian friend. These are just my friends, bro.
Race wasn't an issue, and it's never an issue for kids. So why do you have to make it an issue now?
Exactly. Why do we teach about it so much?
You talk about all these injustices that happened so long ago, and we feel for you as like allies to your race, but we are not the problem.
Exactly. I'm not doing anything. This can be so controversial, bro. Oh my goodness.
All right, I'm ready. Man, if I get canceled on Twitch,
bro, do you know which group of people kills black people more than any other group of people?
Black people.
Black people.
I live in Louisiana. I see it all the time.
You know which group of people, statistically, this is not me just coming out, just pulling stuff out of my behind. Statistically, you know what group of people gets killed more by police? White people, exactly. White people. And it's like,
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's like 60% of all civilian deaths by cop shooting is white people.
and then it's not because the people in, like I was saying this yesterday while you were streaming, it's the people in power. They're not evil, they're not corrupt because they're white. They're just corrupt because they're corrupt. I'm not corrupt,
Right.
I'm not wicked, I'm not evil. I'm white, you're not corrupt, you're not evil, you're not wicked. It's they're creating these blindfolds for us. They're drawing lines of division, and they keep tracing over them every time we try to cross them. That's what's happening.
Right. See, okay, you got black friends right now, right?
Yes.
Okay,
I make a genre of music that is for predominantly black people. I rap.
Right. I'm from the South, bro. I just listen to rap. So like,
Exactly, bro. We don't think about these things. We don't think about race. We're just, hey, man, how you doing?
I don't have any black friends right now because like my only black friend moved when I was in high school, and I guess I never just went out of my way.
Right.
You know, like I just make friends with whoever I pass.
Facts. I don't go out of my way.
I do have a black friend, Ian. Ian's cool.
Well, I don't really go out of my way to make friends with anybody. Like, it just comes naturally. And if they're white, they're white. They're black, they're black. They're Asian, it doesn't matter. I don't care what they are. As long as we can see eye to eye, if we think the same and we're on the same level, that's all that matters to me.
Right.
I even have a gay friend at the vape shop, bro. But we're on the same level, bro. Intellectually, and we see the same. He's not like this super feminized. He doesn't even like the super feminine gay people, and he's gay, dude, bro.
Let me put it to you this way: the best way I've ever heard it put is by Key and Peele.
Oh, man,
I get people are born gay. I'm bisexual myself, but nobody's ever born like gay.
Right? You're not born trying to be a woman.
That's training, right?
Exactly.
It's like, I'm not even gonna hate on you for being that way, but like I don't want to associate with that because I find it obnoxious.
Right, exactly.
Right? And you can hate me if you want for it, but that's not me being homophobic. That is me just not liking a certain personality.
Exactly.
And it's like you know, I'll be friends with somebody like that if you can really break past like that.
Right. You can be gay, bro, but you can also still be a man and be gay.
Right?
You don't have to try and be a woman. The whole point of you being a homosexual is to date men. So why are you not acting like a man? Why are you super like also there's nothing wrong with being soft and everything like that. That's not what I say when I be a man. I mean, you don't have to get fake nails. You don't have to do your makeup like that. You don't have to, first of all, talk in the voice that you were given. Right. Don't talk in this, hi guys, how are you guys? Dude, that's not your voice. You're acting and you're playing a part. We can see that. Stop it.
Right. I would go so far as to say I'm a more authentic gay man. Right. And I don't even date men as often as I do women. And it's not on preference. It's just on.
Because it's just you're a man, and that's what your flesh desires. Like I said, our flesh desires things that are not of God. Like, bro, my flesh desires to hit my freaking vape, hit a vape right now. Right. We're all, like I said earlier, we're born into sin. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's born into righteousness.
Right. You have to learn it. It's just as practiced as it is. As it is riding a bike, playing an instrument, it's all about the repetition. The more you do it, the more you
exactly. Get it. A righteous man falls 7 times and gets back up.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Stallone once said, it's not about how hard you can get hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and get back up.
Exactly. As cliche as that quote is, because I've seen it in every motivational video on YouTube.
Right.
And it's like I don't know how we even like made a full U-turn and came back to this, but it's we're all born into sin. We all have to find Christ. We all have to grow closer to God in order to not sin. Let me explain something to you guys. Not sinning is not going to get you saved and get you closer to Jesus. Getting
Right.
saved and getting closer to Jesus is going to make you not want to sin.
Right, because then you have a reason. You have a reason to keep fighting against the sin, right? It's like, even if it's not Jesus, if you've got a sister who's younger than you that you feel you need to protect, you got an elderly mother, a wife and children, that is a reason to not sin. And even that is a good, it's a good reason to even get into God, because if you want to treat your family the way that you feel they should be treated,
You live a godly life. Exactly.
Live a godly life. Be kind. Be courteous. Don't hit women, for instance. Right? Even that's in the Bible, by the way. Don't hit women.
Yeah. Treat your wife with respect. Be patient with her. Love her. You know.
Exactly.
There's a lot of.
That's fucking hard, by the way. But I'm gonna say.
Are you saying it's hard not to hit your girlfriend?
No. Sometimes it's hard to be patient.
Yes,
you know what I
it
mean?
is.
Because it's hard for everyone to be patient. That's the thing.
And a lot of feminists don't like the Bible because of how, it places the man as the figurehead. The man is the figurehead of the family.
Look,
if someone breaks in the middle of the night, who's going?
The man, of course. I'm taking my bat and I'm coming out there. I don't care if I'm getting shot. I'm protecting what's mine.
And the way they put it, they act like it's just the woman serving the man. No, the man serves the woman too. Once they get married and they become one.
Yes, you have to act. People misunderstand marriage these days. It is, you are no longer two separate people.
You're one.
One half of two people.
You're
one half of one person.
You're two halves of one person.
And so that's why it's so important to find the right person to marry. And by the way, dating around isn't finding the right person to marry. It's being patient finding a woman who shines brightest.
Yeah, it's fornicating is what you're doing. Sleeping around while dating is not dating. It's just fornication.
If you're sleeping around, if you're dating to marry, you're going to probably marry.
That should be the only reason.
That other person has got that in mind.
Exactly.
But if you're dating around, you're not going to be happy in life with that person.
Exactly.
Because you don't have a reason to date this person.
Are you dating this person?
What they like.
Exactly.
You think they're beautiful.
Are you dating this person just for what they can give you for a period of time, for what's temporary? Are you dating them for the fulfillment of your heart and the fulfillment of your soul, and you both can serve God together? Right. Are you dating them because you want to build a life together and grow with them and have millions of kids, not actual millions of kids? Are you dating them because you know what?
Maybe one or two.
Right. Are you dating them because you know what? She's got a fatty and I want to hit. So we're going to date for a little bit. We're going to get tired of each other and we're going to break up. Are you dating this person to marry them and be theirs for the rest of their life?
Right. So here's the thing, right? People change. People grow constantly. The thing about people is if you're constantly in motion, if you are in motion, you stay in motion. So you keep changing, right? Because that is the human nature to grow and evolve. However, if you are not dating to marry that person, you're going to eventually not really recognize that person and realize they're not what I want, right? Mm-hmm. But if you're dating somebody because you genuinely have intent to marry someday, you will have the want, the desire to sit through those changes and grow and change with that person.
Yes.
Right? And it'll make you better as people, as a couple, when you do that. And you gotta find the person that complements your personality, right? Because it's not about the looks, it's not about what they like, it's about how are they mentally, physically, how are they are you compatible? Thank you. I was going on a tangent. I was trying to find the word. So yeah, I wish you could just.
I wish it's not easy, but I wish it could be easy. And the reason, the Bible does talk about celibacy until marriage is because of the soul tie thing. Because I've noticed it that many of times I'll have sex with a woman and then I would get into a relationship with her afterwards, and I thought I loved her, but it was just a soul tie being formed. That's why it's also important to remain celibate and grow closer to God before you
Right.
find your wife. Because imagine this. Imagine you don't have your lust under control. Imagine you don't have this and your anger and everything. You're not even going to be a good husband for that woman. You're
Let
not going
alone
to
a
be a
father
good
or
father.
provider.
Exactly. You need to get yourself under control before you can try to get a woman to serve you in a relationship. And this is, I'm not even talking to just non-believers. I'm talking to Christians too. I'm talking to people that already follow God. A woman's
Right.
not going to serve you if you don't serve God. You're not going to
Right.
get a godly woman unless you become a godly man.
Right, and it's like that's, by the way, to say serve, it's not that the woman has
Right.
to be
You're not a
subservient.
servant.
It's more
Right.
so, it is more so that you serve each other, because
Exactly.
a relationship and a marriage is a give and take situation.
Exactly.
You give what you can, you take what you get.
Yeah.
Right,
And
so,
I
like,
don't mean, like, you're not his servant. What I mean is,
right,
he provides for you things that, well, he provides for the whole family everything that they need,
right.
and you provide for him what he
Food.
needs. Food,
Water, a house, a bed, good clothes.
a back rub when he gets home after he's done working. I mean,
Right, he's tired, but he's still there giving you a back rub or whatever. You want to
This-
stay up for another hour, he's got work in the morning, fine. That's
right.
all I'm saying.
Just do good by each other is basically
Right.
what you have to do.
And you're not going to get that if you don't have a godly woman, and if you're
Yes.
not a godly man.
Exactly.
And
because
so-
God is love. God is the definition of love. So without God, you don't have love. You have soul ties and lust is what you have. But there are
So-
some people that are married that aren't godly, and
Right.
they
They have terrible homes. Terrible
exactly
home styles.
they have. I mean,
People
their
who come from-
relationships are decent, but
People who come from unhealthy households like that, myself included, tend to have a higher risk of depression and insanity, which I both have. I have chronic depression, and I've got schizophrenia, but I think that's just from my mom, and a lot of bipolar issues. And that's definitely from my mom.
and
And
I don't know, bro. Dad, he's pretty bipolar.
but I got it from both the motherfuckers.
Yeah, you're screwed either way. You couldn't
Right.
get out of it.
So, and the thing about being a godly man or woman, like Jay said, it's not easy. But the thing about Christianity is, if it was easy, there wouldn't be a rule book about it.
Ooh, if it was easy, there'd be no Christianity, because Christ wouldn't have
Right.
had to come and die for all of our sins and then be
Right.
resurrected. If it
You know
was
how tough it
easy,
is?
we'd all do it.
Right? Look, I'm not going to at all pretend to be a Christ.
Oh yeah, I'm not
man.
perfect. I'm far from perfect.
I'm far from it, and I'll be the first to admit it, because that's part of following Christ, is you need to admit your flaws.
Exactly.
You need to recognize that you can be a shit person sometimes.
You need
right?
to recognize that you need him. Is the
Right?
whole thing.
The thing about God, he's a lot like therapy almost, where whenever you sit alone and take a second and you're like, God, I'm going through a lot, and I just need to let you know. I just need to talk to you. It almost feels like I'm just getting chills now, because I am going through like some tough financial bullshit, whatever. But like, it's like it's sort of like you've put it out into the world now, and it's off of your chest singularly. Like now you just have to trust that God will also carry that weight with you. Right? Because God doesn't help you by resurrecting a dead man or giving you back your lost arm. God helps you by being moral support. God helps you by helping yourself. Right? He supports you in your self-improvement, right? God can't make you better. You make yourself better with the help of God.
Yeah, and you can't make yourself better without him.
Right? It's like you can do therapy, you can take meds, but you're not I think I've boiled it down to one issue whenever you don't have God, and it's because you don't have a reason. You don't have a reason
Oof.
to not want to be depressed. You
Oof.
don't have a reason to not want to be bipolar. You don't have a reason to not, or you don't have a reason to to want to get up early and work hard. I don't do it. I don't get up early and work hard. I get up around 11 and start streaming. So what I'm saying.
Well, I
though,
mean,
is
you don't
me-
work till like at night anyway, so it doesn't matter.
right? So it's like you need your reason, right? And it just God is everywhere. God can always be a reason, and that's why God is so important, because God can help you in every aspect of your life. That's how I feel anyway. It's like God can be your reason for everything. So a lot of people don't do things because they don't have a reason to, or they do things because they don't have a reason not to, and it's like,
Right. And
God's the perfect reason.
we as humans, we long for the spirit, anything spiritual. That's why New Age is a thing. That's why witchcraft exists. That's why we have thousands upon thousands of religions, because we as human beings long for spiritual nourishment, and you can find that spiritual nourishment in Christ. Christ is the truth, the way, and the life. No man shall pass to the Father except by him.
Right. Facts.
I'm preaching. Oh my goodness, bro.
This man gonna be the YouTube preacher, bro.
Hey, that'd be fire, actually. I'm a
Can
lyrical.
I get an amen on the house?
I'm not a
Okay.
I'm not a rapper. I'm a poetic preacher. I'm not.
I got a call.
I hope you guys are enjoying the podcast so far. I probably should put a parental advisory warning for all the cursing and the things that we do talk about. But the cursing on Howdy's part, obviously. But I'm having a great time. I'm enjoying myself. I feel like this is a great podcast so far. You just vibe out to the beat for a second. That's what I'm gonna do. And then it stops. This beat's hard.
I farted, and I farted again,
Oh,
and I farted a third time. And
okay.
fourth. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I just thought I'd let you know.
Yeah.
Those lights are pretty sick, by the way. I like that.
Oh yeah.
I like it's the ambience it gives it.
Facts. I think that's why I'm just vibing over here, bro. I'm just
Right.
in a good mood.
So-
I feel like I'm high, but I'm not. I haven't done anything.
Right? I think it's just we haven't talked for so long, and like now we genuinely get to
Right.
sit down alone and have a genuine discussion after so long.
Right.
It's like it's like, I don't know, man. I miss this.
Yeah, facts. And when two people talk about God, he's there.
Right? It's hard to explain if you don't follow Christ.
Right,
Right?
it
Because
is
like
hard
you
to
haven't had that
explain.
feeling, but it's like. It's just like you feel kind of like overwhelmed with like kind of like childlike joy. Like
Yeah,
I've
that's
been
what it
smiling
is
at
right
this
now.
entire
Facts.
time,
I've been smiling. Yeah, facts.
right? And you're just like, there's nothing to really be smiling about. We're just enjoying the conversation.
Facts.
And
exactly.
I want to talk about drugs actually. If you're cool with it.
That was a really
Weird
came out
switch
of,
up.
Yeah,
but I
came
thought
out
about
of
it while I was
left
on the
field.
phone.
Yeah, bro, go ahead.
So, I don't know. I want to talk about drug usage in particular because I am a weed smoker. I'm not gonna hide it. I won't lie about it. But I don't go overboard, right? I'm not gonna get stoned every single day. I do a little bit every now and then,
Right.
purely to like kind of just blow off some steam, right? sit down for a couple seconds, smoke, and then after I've done smoking, I'll talk to God, and the feeling's even more
Facts,
intense
bro.
after I've smoked the
Facts.
weed. Or like, dude, whenever I was on shrooms or acid, sometimes whenever I'd be like, because like whenever I'd be tripping hard, right? I'd be like, God, I know I don't ask for a lot, and like, cause like even though I was agnostic, I still like talked to God.
Yeah.
Because I like I needed something.
There
and
was
I
just
can't afford
there's also
therapy,
just a part of you that knew. Like I think there's a part of everybody
right?
that knows that it's God.
Right? Everybody questions whether or not God exists. Is the thing.
Exactly. And
But
that
it's
that should
whether
tell
or
you
not
right
you
there.
have faith in it. Yeah, it's whether or not you can trust the process. So, my thing, right, is like whenever I'm on shrooms, acid, or weed, it's like the feeling's more intense. It's almost like it alters my mind in a way that like allows me to perceive more of God almost.
Right.
You know? Like, so like, this one time I was tripping real hard, right? And it was real dark, and I had opened a door, and the shit just was blinding white, right? And then I remember blinking, and then hearing, I love you, and then waking up on the couch at 8 a.m. in the morning. That was it.
Crazy,
And
bro.
I was like, oh my God. Like, dude, I woke up tears and chills. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck happened, but that sure as shit has never happened on shrooms before.
That's crazy. That is.
Yeah,
oof.
so it's like, I don't know, man. I think a lot of like people who follow Christ like to condemn drugs, and I get it, right? You know, people on drugs can do bad things, but I also think that drugs can be a sort of connector, right? If you really want to like maybe take a deeper dive into your journey with Christ, right? So long as you do it healthy and you do it sparingly, you don't do it like you don't become addicted.
And the natural stuff.
That's the thing. Yeah, only natural. That's all. That's really
Don't
all.
be doing
I
it.
really
Don't
do.
be doing like LSD. I would never do LSD again. Just
I
'cause-
did acid, and like I like it, but it's like
Oh my goodness.
it makes me feel so terrible about myself afterwards. I'm never doing it again. It's only
Bro.
shrooms because they never make me feel bad.
I did acid before I got saved, right? And it was like a couple like droplets on a cookie. And so I'm about to tell an
Adult
acid
dab.
story. Well, the first time I tripped, it was like a tab and a half, and nothing really happened. But the second time, I ate a cookie, right? And I thought I was gonna take 45 minutes like the first time, but we were going to see the landlord. So I don't know why I decided it would be a good idea for me to just eat this cookie, bro. But it took us like maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get to the landlord's house, and literally as we pulled up, you know that little tingle?
Oh yeah.
Your
Whenever
whole body
like,
gets that, yeah.
Oh.
I looked at him and I was like, I don't think we should do this, bro. Right? So we go in, and I'm sitting there, I'm chilling. I didn't feel anything. I was good. We're good. It's gravy. She's talking to us. I'm talking to her. And then it starts seeping in. It starts just creeping up, and I could feel it. I'm sitting there. And I'll start like smiling, and then I'll just like I just yeah, bro. And it just bro, I just started getting so paranoid. I was like, we have to get out of here. We have to go now.
Right.
And once we left, bro, I checked the time, and we were in there for like 5 to 10 minutes, but it felt like an eternity in there, bro. I was so scared, dog. I was like, what if she finds out? What if she, and then
right, like
her little dogs were freaking me out, looking at me, bro. I was like, what if they know? But we started driving the Ville Platte, right? Mm-hmm. And it was either just I was tripping so much that like the trees looked like they were coming after me while we were going down the road while I was in the truck, or I was like shifting into a different dimension, bro. Cause like I was here, I was in the truck, and I was in a different place that had all these like squiggles and gray and black and all. I don't even know, bro. And then I was back in the truck, and then it was just back and forth for like an hour and a half straight until we got to the house.
Wild.
And then
that's ass.
Sid. and then we got to the house. I sit down, right? I lay back. He rolls up a J. I'm hitting it.
Right.
And my peripheral vision, dog, everything.
Right.
I saw,
I'm about to say wrapped around, didn't it?
It wrapped around. I was like, this is nuts. What's going on right now, bro? How is this possible? Until I went,
right?
and then I needed to pee, right? So I went to the bathroom. You know where this is going.
Oh, dude, acid shit's terrible.
Well, no, I peed. I went pee, and then I looked in the mirror, and I was smiling. I was having a good time, bro. And I was like, what if what if I saw a demon? And then I saw it, bro, and it was me.
Oh,
and it was like, you know those vortex pictures where it's like pictures inside of. I saw like me behind me, and they were all like dark gray with black eyes, right? And I ran out the bathroom, dog. I was like, this isn't cool. But
dude, that's crazy. Speaking of different dimensions that you were talking about earlier, I think they might exist. Or maybe different realities along with that. Because so I'm schizophrenic, so it could just be like
the spirit realm is a different dimension. That's the fourth dimension.
Right. So like every now and then, right, I'll blink. Like it'll just be one blink, and then I will have forgotten everything I'm about. Right. I will have forgotten my name. I will have forgotten I don't even look like me no more. And there was this one time I was a British soldier named, I think it was like Joseph Knightley or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And I had, I was a British soldier in occupied France, and I was a clay kicker, which is the people who would tunnel under enemy lines. And dude, okay, so like everything was so visceral, the ache in my muscles, digging and shit, the fucking sweat on my brow. I remember my mother, my father, my sister who had cholera. Dude, it was so. And then we finally broke through and we saw Germans, and they shot us down. And I remember gurgling, choking on my own blood, begging for air. I remember closing my eyes, taking that final, right, and then just opening my eyes, and I was in front of my computer just sitting.
That's nuts,
dude. And it was like maybe a couple days of time had went by in my head. So like I don't know, man, it could just be that I'm insane, but like envisioning something like that, I can only like
something so vivid, and just...
I can only wonder if maybe something like that's real, and maybe like the fact that maybe I've got this weird sort of like leftover thing from an ancient like civilization where I can sort of jump into different consciousness. Now that's a little far-fetched.
That sounds crazy. That sounds...
But like it would be cool, but still like it makes me think like could stuff like that be real, because there's so many things in the universe we haven't even heard of, let alone understand.
Well, explain deja vu. Explain deja vu. Anybody, I need anybody to explain to me what deja vu is with evidence and with facts, and not just, oh, you remember in your past life. I'm pretty sure I didn't sit in front of this TV watching a YouTube video in my past life. So why does it feel like I've done it before? Right?
See, I feel you on that one, cause it's like I'll be riding in a car with my friends and I'll have deja vu, but sometimes I'll have deja vu so bad that it's like I'll have deja vu about me saying, hey, this feels like deja vu.
Yes, bro. Yes,
like,
bro.
How many times have I said we've done this before? We are in a fucking loop. We have to be, and they keep wiping our memories.
Dude.
They have to.
You've seen Inception, right?
Yeah, Inception's the shit.
Dude, I've had dreams like that, homie, where I'd wake up in my dream, wake up again, still be in the dream, wake up again, still be in the dream, and then in the third time, it's like, wait, nobody talked to me, I need to see if I'm still dreaming. Like, you become conscious in your dreams, bro, and then once I actually woke up, I like laid in bed for a second, and I was like, I lost like my grip on reality for a second. I like walked around the house and kind of just, you know, that scene in Rick and Morty when Morty has to like bury himself and he's just walking around like looking at everything. That's how it was.
Yeah.
That's I was looking around. I was just like looking at everything and just
Dude.
I hated that so much.
See,
I'll never forget that.
my dreams normally aren't that crazy. It's usually like my schizophrenic episodes. Like, okay, so I think I was big chillin' playing a video game, and I remember because I had recorded it. I wasn't streaming. I was recording of like a YouTube video, right? And I was playing, and then I remember blinking, and then I was in an elevator, right? And I looked down, and I had nice black leather loafers, a whole ass like deep red suit and tie, and I was looking snazzy, but it was from the first person, right? And then, ding, doors open. I walk down this long like red carpet in a huge hallway to like this desk, and the chair is turned backwards, right? So I can't see who's in it. The chair turns around once I get to the thing, and there's this man in a similar red suit and tie and black loafers, and he goes, "You're not supposed to be here."
That's
and then
crazy.
I snapped out of it.
That's
I snapped
crazy.
out of it. Like immediately, like it wasn't normal. Like I blinked. It felt like I was forcibly like shoved back into my head.
Right. That's
I had a
nuts,
pounding
bro.
headache whenever I came back, and I looked at my recording, and I was straight up just like this, like, yeah. So anyway, we're gonna. Oh, my head hurts.
That's it? That's crazy.
Yeah, that was
that quick, bro? That fast?
Right?
That's
it felt like maybe
nuts.
5-10 minutes. It was kind of scary too, because like, I don't know, the man kind of felt like. You ever see somebody and like you know their authority, like they have that presence of authority?
Never.
This man. Okay, well, it felt like this man had like big dick energy. Like this dude knew what he was about, and I didn't like the vibe. He felt almost evil.
Right.
And I got shoved back, and he was like, "You're not supposed to be here." It was weird.
Bro,
Didn't like it.
What's been tripping me up is a while back, like 5-6 months ago, I had this dream where I was in like this facility.
Right.
And there was a girl there and a dude, right? And there was like cameras all over the facility, right? Well, the facility ended up getting attacked, and they ended up taking the woman, right? And then me and the guy, we were like trying to fight him off, whatnot. I was going crazy. I like drop kicked the big guy in the face. I got like stabbed in the shoulder, things like that. It was crazy. It was a crazy dream, bro. And then we started realizing it was getting dark, right? And so we start running, and they have like this like, I guess like apartment complex or like condo complex or something. I don't know what it was. We decide to go through one of like the condos or whatever, and he runs in. And I turn around, I close the door and I lock it, and I turn around and he's gone. Nowhere. He's just gone.
Fuck?
And so I like run out through the back. I don't even know why we ran in there, bro. I was following him, and I ran out. And I'm running, and they have these two wolves. They have a black wolf and a white wolf. And they're they're stopping me from getting to the facility. They're not being aggressive. They're not attacking me. They're just in the way. And I would run, and they would just constantly stay in front of me. I remember jumping like a little fence, and one of them like jumped up and bit the top of the fence and threw themselves over the fence. It was crazy. So I jumped back over, and they were just there, and I woke up. My friend Skylar, she hit me up talking about this crazy dream she had with me in it, where I was in a facility, and the facility had all kinds of cameras, and I was the only person there, and they had like people go and experiment or something in the facility. And then this was like a month ago when she told me this, or like a few weeks ago, and then either last night or the night before, she had a dream with me in the same facility.
Wild.
Bro, when I tell you, like after I just said it all now, I have the chills now. That is crazy, dog. That
Dude,
is like nuts.
Shit like that makes me think that like dreaming is like something completely different.
It's a direct connection to the spirit realm. That's what I think.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe like we're reliving like past memories.
Well,
or something from other people.
Peep this, bro. Like most of the prophets in the Bible got their prophecies through dreams.
Right? And it's like, okay, half that shit's true. How can you explain it if they're
Right.
crazy people? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm
Or,
just
and
saying.
then that's how,
dreams-
because, you know, succubus, incubus, those exist. Spirit spouses, those exist. And they attack you in your dreams.
Mhm.
So, that tells me that dreams aren't just your subconscious, bro. Because there's
Right.
things happen in dreams that my subconscious has never seen before, has never thought about before. So that had to come from somewhere, bro. That had to come
Like,
from
I don't
somewhere.
think I've ever thought about a camera full facility, right?
I don't think I've ever thought
who the
about
fuck would-
me running on rooftops in Japan being chased by these giant, like, white dinosaur looking things, bro, and hiding from them. I've never thought about that before. I've never seen
Right?
that before. It's
That
also
sounds like an anime.
exactly, bro. Oh wait, I do watch anime, but
I do
it's literally been proven that your imagination cannot come up with anything that's brand new, that's never been thought of or seen before. So what does that tell me about mythology? What does that tell me about the Gorgons and the
Right.
Minotaurs and everything? Those were the
Mention the frost
Nephilim.
giants?
And the frost
Right.
giants and everything, bro. Those were the Nephilim. Mating with humans and mating with animals. Because it said they sinned against humans, they sinned against animals, and they sinned against plants, which I don't even know what that means. I don't know how you
They
sin
fucked
against the
the
plant.
ground.
I'm guessing,
Man, that's
bro.
an extra-
Maybe that's
an
why it's
extra
called the
curvy
devil's
tree.
lettuce, bro. Maybe that's why it's Satan cilantro, because it came from. I like.
Satan
Yeah,
cilantro,
yeah.
I
You
like
like that? Yeah.
Nice.
Because it
But,
came from them, bro. Because, like, the book of Enoch goes into extreme detail about this. About how they taught us alchemy and weaponry and sorcery and
Right.
things we weren't supposed to know, right?
Right.
And then they taught us how to splice DNA. They taught us how to do all these things. So that there's already theories that technology is way more advanced than we think it is way back when, right? That
Oh, dude,
proves it.
there
Proves it.
Oh, okay. I got a whole thing for you, right? Turkey. Turkey, okay? There is an entire underground like connection of tunnels that it's basically city-like under Turkey, or I think it's Turkey. And by the way, the tunnels themselves predate any recorded human history.
Yep.
That's insane. We're talking miles. We're talking miles of dug out underground cities with abandoned marketplaces, bedrooms. It's insane to me, right? And if you think about that, how much of our human civilization do the powers that be really know about, and how much are they actually
They know about
keeping from us?
everything, brother.
Because
They
what
just
if we
don't
know
tell
about
us.
it? Like, what if we learn about it and we find out, what if we find out something we're not supposed to?
Right.
Like, maybe the people in power now are direct descendants of something that happened way back when. Or, fuck, dude, aliens. Like, we can't be the only living things in the universe.
I don't
Aliens
think.
could've-
I don't think.
I think they could exist.
So
I don't have any direct.
I don't think they're physical from a different planet.
I would
They're,
actually
I
agree.
feel like they're interdimensional. Like the fallen angels are interdimensional creatures that can manifest in the physical.
I would agree.
Bro, you can blow the smoke. You're good, bro. You don't have to keep blowing it in your shirt. I appreciate it, but you're good. Yeah, bro, they're interdimensional.
Cool.
They're not. So they're extraterrestrial, but not in
But
the
that just
sense
means
that
they're
they're
not
from
on our
another
planet.
planet. Cause bro,
They just
the
from a
Bible
different
talks about a firmament around the earth.
Mm-hmm.
So which I believe, that means we've never been to space.
What do you mean?
If there's a firmament around the earth, a big like dome pretty much, we've never been to space.
Oh shit.
Bro, I saw this one video a long time ago, and it was a picture of the moon.
Uh-huh.
And then I forgot what they did. They didn't draw, they changed like different hues. And it looked like the earth. it looked like an exact picture of the Earth. So it's one of two things. Either the moon used to be a planet like Earth, or the picture that we have of Earth is just a picture of the moon with different hues.
See, there's actually
That's some crazy
cool,
conspiracy
theory
theorist stuff right now. I know,
Right.
but
right?
I gotta talk about it.
There's a theory that the moon actually is a chunk of Earth that was blasted off by a meteor before the one that wiped out dinosaurs. It is believed by some theorists that Earth was roughly 2 to 3 times its size before a meteor came and struck it like hard, and only like one chunk stayed like within the area.
That's crazy.
Right, and that's the moon, right? And if I'm not mistaken, there's like some It's thought that like some mountain ranges are like probably from those meteors that peppered like the Earth, right? And sort of like drew it up. But that's not true because tectonic plates are what cause
You know what?
mountains. So it's a give and take situation.
You know what? The Bible actually proves Pangea.
Oh yeah, actually.
With the
that's pretty cool.
With the Tower of Babylon, and because everybody was together, they all started speaking the same language. Tower of Babylon gets
They're
destroyed.
trying to reach God.
They all get scattered all across the earth. Now, But how would we have all the people in one like little continent, you know? And then the continents get scattered, right? That's Pangea. That's the whole continental drift. And they're like, oh, it's because of tectonic plates. No, it's because the Tower of Babel got destroyed and everybody got scattered. Yes.
Yeah.
And
people went separate ways.
And and then even like with Atlantis and everything else that people are finding, that even proves of the Great Flood. Because all these places were places before the flood. And if you think about it, waters
the Bible speaks of places that don't exist anymore.
Exactly. You know what's really crazy? So in Revelation, one of the 7 churches that they're talking to is a church I found this out, it's a church in Greece that they're being talked to, because they're talking to how Satan sits in the temple. Satan is the light bringer, right? Zeus throws lightning. Zeus is the top of the false gods in Greece that's worshipped, right? So he sits in a temple in Greece and he's worshipped as Zeus.
Damn.
I was reading Revelation, and I like saw the church of something, and I saw Satan sits in the blah blah blah, and I was like, I gotta look this up. I gotta look this up, bro.
Right, dude. Oh, that's bonkers to think about.
That is bonkers
dude,
to think about.
If that were true, that would change everything about how we view Greece, right? Like, because then, let's say Satan, just for the sake of argument, everybody, right? For those of you non-believers who may be taking a look, if Satan and God are real, right? And Satan took the throne and the temple in Greece, and he therefore, like, had, appointed certain like fallen angels or Nephilim, right, as gods, goddesses, demigods, and righteous beasts, as I think they're called.
Yeah.
Then that entire religion is based.
It's the worship of Satan. Yeah.
It is the worship of Satan. Dude, let me tell you about Zeus. If you're not familiar, the man rapes, debaucherizes, sleeps with women outside his wife. Everything that Bible
we're taught not to do.
Yo,
I didn't even think.
Against.
I didn't even think about that before.
God,
okay,
dog,
let me read it to you. To the church of Pergamum, to the angel of the church in Pergamum write, these are the words of him who has the sharp double-edged sword. I know where you live, where Satan has his throne. Yet you remain true to my name. You did not renounce your faith in me, not even in the days of Antipas, my faithful witness, who was put to death in your city where Satan lives. Pergamum is an ancient Greek city. And you can even look up where is Pergamum.
Where Satan sits in the temple.
Where Satan's throne is.
Wow.
Yep.
Dude, what?
And this is the ESV for people who don't know. I don't read the KJV because I literally can't understand a word it's saying because nobody talks like that anymore.
King James is a bitch for changing the words in those Bible. Glad we left them. Man,
no one talks like 15th century English anymore, so there's no point of reading the KJV, people. Okay.
Right. That's like the only time I really appreciate like word changes is whenever like it's a generational gap and you're not gonna understand it.
Right.
Like,
that's why I like translations.
You need to cater
that's
to
the English standard version, the ESV. That's what I read. I didn't even think about all the what you just said about how Zeus would like rape other women and stuff like that. Y'all talk about Yahweh being evil, bro. Y'all are over what?
Right. Now that I mentioned Zeus, now think about a single Greek god that didn't do any of that. That didn't do a bad thing. Aphrodite did, Hera did, so did Hermes.
They all did, bro.
But you know who did the least? Hades.
I was just about to say Hades.
Now here's my thought. Hades is ridiculed and hated by his peers up in Olympus, right? That's why he's sent down to the underworld, sort of as like, here's your shit job. I don't want to talk to you, right? I'm thinking maybe Hades was maybe had a bit of a conscious change and was like, we shouldn't be doing this, right? These people look up to us, we should be doing better. And like they just cast him down, right? And that's probably why he keeps constantly striking out against Zeus and like everybody else, because he knows what they're doing is wrong, but because history is written by the victors, of course they're not going to say that, right?
Bro.
The victors being Satan and his legion of gods, his council of gods,
his legion of demons,
right?
Dude, that is crazy, bro. Hey, what was I about to say? Check this.
Right.
Anybody who's not a believer, if the Bible can be rewritten, so can history.
Right.
If the Bible is written by man, that's why you don't believe. So are your science books.
Right.
Everything you believe, you get it from a man. You get that knowledge from a human being. So
right. It doesn't. Okay.
I'm not putting anybody down either. I'm just trying to make people see logically, because I used to be that way too. I used to be, agnostic. Right. You know.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I would say. I'd be like, the Bible has been rewritten so often.
Like,
and
I always believed in a higher power, but it was never like the God of the Bible until I met the God of the Bible and had experience with the God of the Bible.
Right. Now, here's my thing, right? Oh, excuse me. I still believe the Bible, sure, it could have been rewritten, changed some rules around. But it's when you've known Christ long enough, right, you get a sense of what's right and wrong in the eyes of Christ.
Discernment.
Right? And so discernment, exactly what we were talking about yesterday. And just shit like that. Man, think about the whole Zeus and Satan.
Right?
How close they are in similarity is kind of it's concerning.
I gave you a revelation, and then you gave me one with everything else you said about Zeus, and I was like, yo, I didn't even think about none of that. So why are they the heroes?
Right? So see, shit like that makes me think, okay, look, this is gonna sound fucked. It's about Hitler. It makes me think about like Hitler and that well, it's just more so that America won the war, right? Or like won the war because it was really all of the United Nations that were in the fight. So that means it was written by the victors, which means that the victors don't want, history does not often speak on the failures and issues with the victors, right? whenever you think about Julius Caesar, right? Back in the day, he was revered as a hero. He was revered as this man who built Rome, or like rather who like, you know, was the commander of Rome, right? And then people killed him. And then only after he died, and then the victors were the new powers that be, did all of his failures and issues and like just problems in general come out, right? So thinking about that, right? Like, I'm not saying Hitler did anything good. I'm saying maybe they left out a whole bunch of shit in every little piece of history.
Right.
To question everything.
You're right. You mean how they didn't tell us about Columbus?
They didn't tell us about, right.
So I was about to say, hey, bro, calm down, Kanye. Don't be saying nothing about you. Don't say you like Hitler and all that, bro.
Hitler killed a whole bunch of people regardless. That's terrible.
Yeah, facts. I'm about to say, bro, don't be saying that you need to calm down.
No, I'm just saying that, like, I don't know, maybe there was, like, it could have been something as simple as maybe there was a Jewish, like, warlord in the streets, right? And he was like, man, fuck these Jews. They're terrible, right? Bro. Like, I'm just saying, like, maybe he had a motive. But to be fair, It didn't seem like he wanted to win. It seemed like his entire goal was purely just a genocide, cause chaos.
Facts.
Because
Hitler was such a good
overwhelming
public speaker that he convinced all of the Nazis that blonde hair and blue eyes were the way to go when he had brown hair and brown eyes.
Right?
That's nuts,
You gotta have some unlimited fucking riz for that shit,
Oh,
bro.
what, bro?
Like, look, you can hate the guy. I do, for sure. I'm not a fan of the guy, but you gotta appreciate his public speaking abilities. Like, if I had that man's power of, like, gift of gab, I would be unstoppable.
That's crazy. And I see what you're saying about the victors thing. Everybody thinks that, like,
what history is fact, and like half of what goes on during war is left undocumented.
Right? Bro, I have my buddy Dylan, he was a Marine, and he was telling me how there was times when he was like, I don't know if we're fighting for what they told us we're fighting for.
Right? Look, if you look at North Korea even, they quite literally changed like history. And same thing with China, if I'm not mistaken. They censored American history, and they said that China won the war or some shit.
Really?
Which was fucking, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. And so, like, I'm just saying that history is objective, but it is written subjectively. This is some nice vibes, dude. This little playlist I got going on is just like the perfect vibe to talk.
Bro, I think we might actually have clicked on the same one. I'm not checking which one I clicked on. Is
it Bart in a car?
Let me see.
It's Bart Simpson in a car for me.
No, mine's like some anime chicks studying with headphones on.
Oh, the classic. You know, dude, that live stream went on for 3 years, if I'm not mistaken, and then YouTube was like, shut it down.
It's
and then
live
they had
right
to
now.
reopen it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know, but it was just fucked. They were like, you've been on too long, and he's like, this is my job. Like, I'm basically a radio station.
Facts that only plays lo-fi beats.
Man, I'm really enjoying this conversation.
Facts,
I hope people that we bring on, like, in the future are willing to talk as openly,
right,
as like we are, right? Because, like, I'm not gonna bash anybody for their opinions. I mean, I might disagree with their opinions and want to debate, but I don't want to.
I might blow up your house, but I mean,
I might make 9/11 look like a playland, but
Bush did not.
But nah, man.
9/11 was an inside job. Steel can't melt steel.
Okay, hey bro, we're not trying to be taken out here now, bro. You need to. It's true, but you need to calm.
The water-powered car is real. The water-powered car is real.
FBI, open up!
I'm on the internet.
Bro, that'd be nuts. You just FBI, open up! I would immediately disconnect and delete Discord.
I'd be like, I didn't do anything. Dude, so
it was the Organic Dog Meat Corporation did it. I still have that just pulled up. So like this whole time I've been recording, somebody could be just staring at the home organic dog meat.
Oh my god.
The link's there too.
YouTube's gonna be like, I don't know if monetization should be your
Right.
thing.
Man, I think you need to calm down, buddy.
Bro. Yeah, like really what I'm hoping is to like really reach some common ground. I don't really even care about I don't really care about agreeing so long as both parties come out understanding more about the other side.
Well, the whole goal
right?
for
Because
me.
it's really,
Go ahead.
it's really the whole point of like why I agreed to do this. Is like I value different opinions as well as I value like I value everybody's right to speak and share their opinions.
But
that's really what I want for everyone.
Some people in different communities, like the alphabet community, don't value people's freedom of speech or the fact that they have an opinion that differs theirs.
It's a freedom of speech for them until that freedom of speech different from theirs.
Yep.
And it's not the entirety, but I will say it is a overwhelming majority.
And I don't even think it's an overwhelming majority. It's just, again, the higher powers
portray it a lot worse than it is, to be honest.
The media
you got a lot of crazies on both sides.
Meant to divide, so they're only going to post bad things. You really think there's people in the right wing that only agree this, and this, and they're so extreme that they're like about to shoot up a pride parade? Bro, no, that's the very worst of the worst. Just like the other side, bro. Like it's always like really immature people I see like on TikTok talk about these things. Like, don't get me wrong, bro. There's endless amounts of content for me to react to about insane woke TikTok. There's so much content that I can make content out of. Like, I'm very happy about it, actually. I have something to do now. I can, and...
Yeah, and before y'all come at us, right, on the same token, we got a lot of crazies for the Christians, the conservatives.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Everybody's got crazies, but the point is it's never really as bad as the media makes it out to be. They want us against each other so that way the powers that be can do things under our noses because we're too busy fighting ourselves instead of banding together against them.
Yep. Once I edit this, I'm gonna put a warning, explicit content and things like that, because there's a lot of things we've been saying that could easily well, no, we haven't really said anything explicit in regard to those. We just said the media, the higher powers. We haven't really said...
We just shared our opinion on higher powers and how we feel about the media. And, I mean, we did share that we are followers of Christ, but I mean, it's okay to be that way.
Yeah.
Right?
It's not like I'm over here talking about the GV, you know what I mean by GV? I'm not exactly.
I actually don't know, but you can text it to me later.
Yeah, I'll text it to you later about the GV.
It's like,
or the VC. I'm not talking about the
VC. Oh, fuck no, dude.
I have to text that to you. Yeah, I'm bad at charades.
So a lot of people, like I was saying yesterday, dude, I think our main problem is nobody talks no more.
Exactly.
Right? Everything's so fast-paced and they're worried about their jobs, and I get it, right? You need money. But take a break, sit down and think about the world, because if you don't, the powers that be are going to do it for you.
They're going to stop you from thinking about the world.
Right? You think it's bad now in the South, with slightly stricter gun control laws, or up in Chicago where there's shootings everywhere. Imagine when the powers that be finally decide that they want to take our freedom for good. And guess what? We've got no guns. We've got no religion to follow because that's banned. And the media tells us what to believe. And you're telling me that that's what you want in life, right? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot. I see a lot of the people who claim to be like liberals saying like trust the government, and I'm like, excuse me, you're a liberal, that should be the one thing you don't do. I am anarchistic. I consider myself an anarchist. I don't like government, at least big government. I think smaller governments should be more they should be more hands-on when it comes to their local communities.
I'm just out here.
Right?
I don't associate with none of it. I'm just out here.
That's how I'm feeling. I'm just like I don't like government. I don't even really like politics, mind you.
Facts,
I
bro.
just talk them sometimes because like they can get I like talking them, but they can get my blood pumping a little bit if it's a thing I'm very passionate about.
Exactly.
And people will take that as me being angry, and it's like, no, I'm just excited to talk about this thing with somebody who doesn't agree, because like, I get to see where you're coming from, I get to tell you my side, and hopefully find that middle ground where it's like, okay, I can see where you're coming from, and you see where I'm coming from.
Right.
You may not agree, but like you can tell that I'm not crazy. Right? Because like really? I don't know, I am crazy, but I don't know. I like to think I handle my shit pretty well. This man's like, well, about that. Oh shit. Hey, I gotta go.
All right, I was just about to say the same thing. That's crazy. Yeah, man, it was good, you know.
I agree, dude. I had a lot of fun.
I think it was a really good first episode of my podcast. I appreciate, you know, you have coming on and having this. Oh, you're welcome, brother. I need to figure out what I'm doing for next Friday, but I'll get it figured out. But you know, I'm gonna edit this one. I'm gonna put it to premiere tomorrow, and it's all good and gravy.
Good and gravy. All right, catch you later, brother.
All right, later, brother. You too. I'd like to thank all of you for stopping by and listening to the podcast. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, comment, share, click the little notification bell. Yeah, have a good one.